I've started to realize that all the bad things about lockdown are still present in my life, and it's going to take a while for all the things that happened during lockdown to kind of get out of my system. And I thought maybe some other people are feeling this way, and I thought that I'd talk about some social problems that people might be feeling post-COVID, post-lockdown, now that we're all out and about in the world, at least in the UK. My name is Jess, if you don't know me, and this is my channel, The Unlit World. I'm a medical student, I'm a first year, but I'm interested in talking to you guys about health, the body, the soul, the mind, and all the kind of things I learned through reading, through living, and all that stuff. But let's get into it. So the first thing you might be feeling is this not wanting to leave the house thing, where you just want to stay at home the whole time, which makes sense because during Corona, during quarantine, all you heard was stay at home, save lives, stay at home, save lives. So now that mantra is in our heads unconsciously. We just got so used to staying at home that it became so comfortable. It's so warm at home. Of course, why would we want to leave? Some people might be concerned health-wise to leave, whilst the direction that I'm mostly going at is like the social anxiety side, like not used to socializing. Because think about it, we've been developing our socializing skills since the day that we were born by talking and interacting with people, and that severely took its break during Corona. That's never happened before in your life. So think about it, if you stop practicing a language for a year, you would probably not be able to speak it very well afterwards. It's the same thing. The language of socializing has gone down. Well, I'm sure not for everyone, but I know there'll be a group of people that get what I'm talking about. So what I found, especially as a uni student, is that you've got to take advantage of the fact that people are expecting you to be somewhere, or that you have to be somewhere. People usually denote the term have to do something as a bad thing, but I think it's actually really helpful because you have to have things to do, because otherwise you can just sit here and keep saying I don't have to do anything, and you'll just fall deeper and deeper into a depression. So be accountable, make sure that you have to go somewhere, and morning classes are fantastic for this because you don't even have to think about it, you just have to leave the house and then you're outdoors, and that's good. Whilst as it goes later in the day you can contemplate it a bit more about leaving, but the aim is to get outside as quickly as possible, because then once you're there, then you can branch out and do other things. And we just want to elongate that time that we're staying outdoors as much as possible and taking more and more opportunities as they come. And if you don't have a class or a job that's waiting for you on the other side, like wondering where you are, I would recommend trying to write a list of things that you've always wanted to do in life. So like a life drawing class or a yoga class, or I don't know, a run in the park with a group of people or something that really excites you though. Find it in your area because it's probably not online anymore, and go and do it. And don't feel pressurized like you have to go with a group of people. It's fine to go alone. Your goal is just to get outdoors and be interacting with any group of people. It doesn't have to be close friends, because when we socializing with randomness sometimes is good enough. So that's the first step. Secondly, maybe you're experiencing a change in your personality. So for me, I used to be way more extroverted, and now I've become much more introverted. But the key with this, I think, is to distinguish which personality traits you've developed because they are comfortable, and which personality traits you've developed because they are actually who you are. And during lockdown, you got to have a better look into who you actually are in your heart. So take a look, for example, in my life, lying in my bed for more than an hour on like a weekday during the day, that is just comfortable. Like, that doesn't make me feel good. So I can see that that's a bad trait that I've inherited from spending so much time at home, and that's something I need to grapple with whilst doing this, for example, or typing on my blog. These are indoor activities I developed during lockdown, but they make me happy and they make me feel good. They're not indoor activities that I do just because I purely want to stay at home. So we've got to distinguish between the traits that we inherited during the lockdown and which ones we should keep and which ones we need to slowly dismantle, because they're just not good for our health. And thirdly, you might have this feeling that you don't like the life that you used to live. You might be craving a more balanced life. The stress of before just doesn't appeal to you in the same way anymore. Like, I used to be such a workaholic. I used to think that the goal in life was just to accomplish as many things as you can in the shortest amount of time and be the best at it. Super competitive vibe. So I'm trying to dedicate more time to relaxing and all the things that I got out of quarantine that I would have never got out of my old life. But that being said, I think there is a beauty to being busy, that we shouldn't just dismantle it completely, because being busy does keep us on our toes, it keeps us engaged, it keeps us socializing, which are all things that humans need to be healthy. The busyness isn't completely a bad thing. Anyway, my advice is be thrilled that this is the life that you want for yourself. You want to have a more balanced life, and you may not be very good at it right now. just the idea of it is attractive to you, but slowly, you will get good at it. You will get good at compartmentalizing and putting your all into what you're passionate about, and then coming home and having that time where you just do things for yourself and nothing else. Not work because you have to for uni, not a job because you have to for money, but you know, just watching TV because you like that show and that is it. So make sure that you have that time at the end of each day, even if it's very small, because you need to end that day still feeling like you are in control. You have to control your own narrative. That's it, guys. And if you want to see this typed up instead of just me rambling, feel free to follow my website. It's in the description below. You can subscribe, and I just send out tons of random stuff all the time, but it's my insights, it's things I get from books, so I think it'll be helpful for you. But if you like this content, please like, subscribe, all of that rubbish, and yes, bye guys, thank you.